All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? ChazmaN here, and welcome back to another week of the ChazmaN podcast, where, as always, this is your favorite place to hear some of the weirdest, nerdiest people on the internet talk about video games, huh? Huh? As always, on screen, we should have some
I think
audio.
you're the weird one.
I make up for you guys. I'm the one that brings the
You're the
weirdness.
extra weird, yeah. Because we are 100% normal.
I'm
I'm
the
sure everybody will attest to that.
I'm the merchant from was it Skyward Sword? What's that one, guys?
You're Tingle. You
I'm
said
Tingle?
yourself. You're Tingle.
I'm Tingle. I don't know. I think that merchant's pretty weird just by himself. But
Which one?
which one? The one in he goes.
Skyward Sword?
Sky.
Yeah, he
There's
goes
a bunch
like
of merchants.
he goes hello, or he. I don't remember.
Oh,
his
you were
voice.
talking about Beetle.
Is that his name? Beetle? I remember
Yeah.
there was a.
Man, Beetle's cool, man. I used to
Yeah,
always.
he's the unsung hero.
Really?
Yeah, I used to swim to him all the time in Wind Waker.
Oh, it's good to see. I'm gonna do great on this Zelda trivia
Yeah.
thing we got going on.
Good.
What a failure.
But yeah, just real quick on screen, you guys have some audio locations to check out the podcast if you prefer there. And of course, on socials or down in the comments, we of course would love to hear anything you guys got to throw at us. So, real quick, just to go over a couple things that we're going to be talking about today. So let's see, we're going to be talking some more, what we've been playing. We got some highlights from the Horde. I feel like today is going to be this is our last episode before the new Zelda game. We have a new Zelda game coming out soon, so we got a couple Zelda-oriented topics going for you. And then, of course, we have a litany of speedrun topics to go through. So this should be a fun episode. I forgot to ask, how have you guys been since we talked last?
Tired.
Yeah. Always tired. Perpetual tiredness. I'm
Doesn't
doing
end.
good. I'm trying to get my schedule somewhat cleared out so I actually have time to play Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out. I feel like it's just like it keeps sneaking up. Like I kept thinking, oh, we got like a month before it comes out.
It's
Oh
so
no, we
crazy.
still got like 3 weeks, and that's like next
Yeah.
week. I'm like, oh man. So I
Yeah.
just went yesterday, day before, and actually pre-ordered it. And like I'm not a pre-order kind of guy, but at this point, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to pick it up, so I might as well, secure the bag.
I wasn't gonna pre-order it, and then I saw you pre-order it, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe a midnight release sounds kind of fun. So,
Well, I
unless
didn't
you
know
don't
they were doing
invite me,
midnight release.
Well,
Oh, I'm not inviting you.
yeah, we just go separately.
I told you the wrong GameStop. That way we don't end up at the same location.
Yeah.
I actually went in because I was trying to see if they had any of the.
You're not
which
doing the
amiibo
midnight
was it?
release, you said?
No, I probably will.
Okay.
But I was saying that I originally went in because I was trying to see if they had any more. Which amiibo are they having at GameStop? Because they have like 3 Zelda amiibo they're
I haven't been
restocking.
buying them.
Best Buy got
Those-
one, and then who else? Amazon got one, and then GameStop got one. I think GameStop got Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
But they were out of stock. I got that announcement that you sent out saying that they were in stock, but whenever you get them online, you've got to pay like $30 for shipping or something.
I only see them whenever like Wario64 throws them up, and like you said, normally when I see those, it's like an hour into his deal.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Like usually, like when they do these restocks, they're everywhere. Like you look at the amiibos they've released lately, and they can't get rid of them. Like the Skyward Sword, Zelda amiibo, and Metroid Emmys and stuff like that. So I'm sure there'll probably be a few floating around. I did secure the ones from Amazon and Best Buy though, so
Interesting.
not that anybody cares.
For some reason, amiibos just aren't like a huge thing I've gotten into. Like I've got like a small collection of them, but they're probably one of those things where they'll probably shoot up in value quick. So I probably should have been.
They
been
have
on
jumped up a lot of them. Like I don't even know when I got so caught up into them. At first, I started with like a handful of them, and I started finding sales on them, and then I got so many of them now. It just feels like I should just be getting the next ones that come out if I have any interest in them. So, like most of them do go up in value as long as they don't do restocks. Like I know which one. I think the most expensive one I have is the Metroid one with the actual Metroid, the squishy one. I feel like that's like $150 a
The
set
one
right
for
now.
Dread or a different one?
No,
No,
it was just a original Metroid release as Samus, and it's got the little squishy Metroid.
Okay.
But that
Oh,
one's
I get what
super
you're saying.
pricey.
Okay. Alrighty, well, what do you guys say we go right into the first topic for the day, which sorry, what you've been playing section. Doesn't seem like we have a heck of a whole lot. If you guys don't know right now, I'm playing through The Last of Us Part 2. I'm under 10 hours in, so I feel like I got a ways to go before getting into that. I figured I would just say
Hey,
that
but you got past the moment.
I did.
so-
I did get past the moment.
We don't need to go into it 'cause I know Metal hasn't. Do you know anything about Last of Us 2, Metal?
No, I don't.
Right. Well, I don't want to go into details right now, especially since Chaz hasn't beaten it. But I am curious, like, because I know you watched a Let's Play of it when it first came out. Do you feel different about that moment now after playing the first game, watching the show, and now seeing it play out versus how you felt when you just watched the Let's Play however long ago?
I'm glad you asked, because I will say, I think I've mentioned it in my streams, but I'm very much enjoying it more playing it rather than actually, watching the Let's Play. I still think I'm gonna probably come. I don't know. I'm only 10 hours in, but to this point, I'm still enjoying the first game's narrative more. But I would say it's definitely like this game's gameplay is like much better. Everything's way smoother, and it is more fun. The actual moment-to-moment kind of action and gameplay that's happening. But yeah, I will say before going, and I won't go crazy, but like I didn't like it at first, but definitely while playing it, and especially after experiencing the show and the game, the first one, I don't want to spoil it for Gamer. I understand why they went in the direction they went in. Like at first when I experienced it, I was kind of like, that's dumb, why would you do that? And it's now I kind of look at it and think it's the only logical direction for the narrative or the theming for The Last of Us. It's the only logical direction to go in. Now, whether you like how they did it or not, that's up for debate, but I think it's kind of where the show had to go, especially kind of where it left things up at the end of the first game. So that's about as far as I'll go, but
okay. Yeah, because I know you were like super negative on it when the whole thing first came out, and I think at the time that was like the only information or context you even had about The Last of Us.
Yeah,
was just
I hadn't
watching
played the
that
show or
Let's
the
Play.
game.
Yeah, like you gotta have the context. Like watching or even playing Last of Us 2 without experiencing Last of Us 1, it like you get so, I don't want to say you don't get anything out of it, because I mean I'm sure you can still enjoy the game to a certain extent, but it builds on every relationship aspect in the first game. So you had to have at least had a good understanding of the narrative, if not played the game before you even jumped into 2.
And it also like, oh gosh, it also like when I first initially, I had like in my head a view of who and what kind of person Joel is when I watched that Let's Play. And I had a view of what other people had talked about The Last of Us, of what those characters and his decisions and who he was. But I feel like you don't get a sense of how deep the character is unless you play the game, the first one. And then when you
Joel
play
is
it,
who you want him to be and how you read his actions. Like you can't, listen to someone else's opinion on Joel and take that as your own, because there are going to be very stark contrast to who agrees with Joel to varying degrees, and that's going to shape their opinion on him. So if you were just basing off what, like if you watch the second game or play the second game after I just said, yeah, Joel's the hero of the first game, he's infallible,
and then you see what happens.
What happens to him, it's gonna really set you off in a weird way.
But
However,
if you
were
go
super
in knowing
negative,
he's like a fallible, kind of likable character, but also someone who like has been there, has done things where it's like,
you have to make your own decision about him, and then once again bring that context into the second game. So that's all I really wanted to dig into. I don't really want you to go into any spoilers.
Yeah.
I definitely want to talk about the whole game with you when you're done with it. Maybe we can somehow catch Metal up, or we'll just kick him off the show for an hour. I don't know. But I was just curious if you felt different having that context.
I definitely
think
like playing the first game, looking back at least for me, I definitely think it's a necessary playthrough to get a full grasp of the theming of the characters and characterization and all that. But alrighty, so
I'll get to the real game.
Let's get to the greatest game of the generation.
Game of the year. Man, this probably will be my game of the year, especially if Zelda somehow
it didn't come out
really
this year.
Sucks.
It came out last year, technically.
Did it come out officially last year, though? Like, I know it was in beta for a long time. In fact, I still think it's technically early access.
Anyways, hold that thought. Let me play the opening. We'll get into it.
No, fine.
Okay, we're back.
You have some good card descriptions for us next time.
I should have put everyone at like 1,000 or something.
Nah.
No.
But yeah, so if you guys don't know, they the actual, I don't know I forgot the name of the development team behind Marvel Snap, but
Second Dinner.
What was it?
Second Dinner.
Second Dinner. Oh, okay. They actually put out they've been doing. I didn't even realize they've been doing like these cool dev updates for like some of the
update done for like pretty much every season.
Yeah. But recently they did an update for May, and as it turns out, the new kind of theming for May is going to be Guardians oriented. So it's going to be kind of like, I guess, 80s themed, and a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy characters are going to be involved. I guess I'll play it. I gotta kind of play it for you guys here, but it was really cool. Like, for like a little 6-minute trailer thing, it was like really cool. Like, I don't know, the production value is oddly good for like this little Marvel Snap thing.
This Marvel Snap is not a little thing. Like, I know this. A lot of people come.
Well, it has the backing of Marvel and Disney and stuff. But
yeah, like I know this is like the first game that this company has put out, but a lot of them are pretty experienced. Like, this Ben Brode guy has been around. And like they have the backing of Marvel. Like, Marvel wouldn't just pick some random no-name studio without any kind of skill set or credentialing to put this game out. Like, this is a high-quality game and always has been. I think always will be. So I think people underestimate it sometimes just because they haven't heard of Second Dinner. So
real quick, can I admit to something? When I saw the first time I ever saw anything about this game was at the Game Awards last year. And I had seen the guy Ben Brode. He like came up on stage, was talking about it, and was so excited and was so like just enthusiastic he was over the moon about this game, and I must admit, I had no interest in it because I thought it was going to be like a stupid cash grab mobile major Marvel Disney cash grab mobile crappy game. And then I saw him up on stage, and I thought he was like, I don't know why, I'm cynical. I thought he was like super fake, and I was like, why is this guy so energetic and crazy about this? And I must admit, man, as much as I've enjoyed this game, I think he just loves the game he made and is super enthusiastic.
Pretty genuine.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching. He was hopped into a streamer's stream the other night and was just chatting with them while they were playing the game, and like he's really active in the community. He's like just really
like, you can get where I came from, right? Where I was like, this guy, why is he so energetic?
He comes across very overcharacterized, and I guess I could see how you read into him maybe with some disingenuity or something, but I don't know. He's just has a lot of energy, and he seems enthusiastic and genuinely so about the game, and honestly for good reason. Like, they're having some fun stuff with this game. I'm really excited about this season. I'm more excited about next season. We'll talk about that when it comes out, but this one's a fun one. I do like how they're timing everything, like with the movies that are coming out. So, Guardians 3 is about to drop, so we get the Guardians themed stuff. But this is a cool update. I don't know if I'll get the opportunity to play with a lot of new cards, but there's some fun ones in there.
Well, speaking of, did you want to go right into what the cards? Okay. So yeah, as of their May, I already got the newest character because I just got paid for the season pass. Free game, and I've probably given them like $30 to this point on like 3 different season passes.
I've given them more than that.
So they're getting their money's worth out of me, at least.
I don't feel bad about it. Like, I mean, there are games that will nickel and dime you.
I'm happily supporting them. Like, I'm enjoying the game,
and I never feel like I have to give them money. Like, I've never felt like for me to do well in this game, I need to pay $10 to do whatever. Like, there's plenty of cards that they give you, plenty of progression on the way through that. I don't need to feel like I'm dropping a crap load of money to enjoy the game or be competitive.
I wasn't going to give him 30 for that. What was that previous one? There was some other pack where it was like 2 cards or something. I was like,
they have some bundles that are overpriced. Like, I'm not saying that doesn't mean they have crappy, value packages, but that's really kind of on you. And if for you think there's value there, and there's whales out there that are going to do it. I mean, I see plenty of people who have purchased it. And, that's keeping the developer going, so it's fine. I don't have to pay them that much money. So.
Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I got the season pass already, and I got this character, Nebula, who for every turn on wherever she's placed, if there's no other card placed there, she gains, +2 power. Trying to... I don't think she can be boosted by anything, but she's definitely useful for somebody who... I don't know
No,
what
she
look.
can be boosted by some stuff. I mean, she's a 1-cost card, so
Well, yeah.
like, was it
Kazam.
could
I
boost
said
her.
Kazam.
Kazam. Like there are ways to boost her, but I think she's really fun if you play her with like other guardians. Like I'll tell you, this game usually isn't very good about pairing like theme cards together. They just never
I thought
play
they
well.
finally said in this update that they will be adding something like that with the Guardians cards.
I don't know if they
it's-
added anything. It just there's some natural synergy here. Like
Mm-hmm.
most of the Guardians cards, whether it be Rocket or Gamora or Star Lord,
It's
like
whenever a
the whole
card
point
gets
of
put on the
them-
opposite side, most of them gain points.
Yeah, so basically you're playing chicken with Nebula. Like you put Nebula there, and if they decide they want to go and keep her from getting stronger,
They'll put
they have to
cards.
play in that lane.
Oh, and then
so
you-
if you can
ah,
anticipate
I
that,
see.
you always throw one of the Guardians there. So either they try to prevent her from buffing, or if they play somewhere else, she buffs.
See,
So
I didn't
you
even
have like
think
a little,
about that. Clever girl.
yeah. But I don't know. I think she's a fun card. I think she's probably one of the better one drops. Like especially since Sunspot got a little bit of a nerf. I think this card is actually a little better, at least with the decks that I play.
I've been just running
play with.
Hawkeye for one. I feel like, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see much Hawkeye floating around.
Really? I don't mind. I normally
Either way.
put him down and then I'll put like, I don't know, I'll put Psylocke 2 or something. Next one. Psylocke or Black Widow. I'll normally go for 2 if I don't have Psylocke.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, so they have here just some more rewards, some more variants, avatars, base cards.
I really do like the cassette deck back. I'm a sucker for anything 80s. I don't know. So this theming kind of hits me kind of hard.
I don't think they said whether or not, but I think they said there might be new music coming. I know a lot of people have been theorizing that they're going to be dropping like Guardians oriented music. I don't know if that's true or not.
I'd be very surprised if they do that. I'll tell you, that's one thing that the developer has been a little stingy on, is like updates to like audio visuals in the game beyond the cards. Like they just updated the back of the play area.
Mm-hmm.
That was about it. So I don't know. I'm not saying they won't update the AV in other places, but I doubt that's their priority.
I saw somebody post something about when that new update happened like last month, like some of the textures on the asteroid in the background weren't loading in, so it just looked like black background for some people, and I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, every new game's got some glitches. I don't know if you want to go through every card. Is there any one new card besides Nebula that you're interested in, or like think is gonna be cool to play with?
I definitely feel like High Evolutionary is going to be big. High Evolutionary and definitely the Living Tribunal, of course. But
I don't think Living Tribunal is gonna be that good.
I forget what he does. He splits the
He
power
spreads your
evenly.
power out, which
You're never going to get to. You're not going to
that
be able to
could
really
be
utilize
good.
him.
Like, I can think about the times that would be good. Like I'm big on the Wong Black Panther kind of thing, so I can get like one lane really big, and the point being is you get like a super big Black Panther, and then drop this guy and spread the points out. That might work out, but that seems very. You gotta hope everything lines up perfectly for that. And I'll tell you, that's one thing I found with a lot of the decks I like playing that have those very particular, you have to play this line. I've been having really bad luck hitting those lines lately, and I'm trying to go for a more reactive deck. So I feel like, honestly, he's going to be a tricky card to slot in consistently. I think High Evolutionary is much cooler. The fact that it takes some of those, non-ability cards and gives them some. And
It
there's
makes
some really
cards like
cool
Hulk
synergies
and
on them.
Cyclops.
Cyclops, yeah. There's one possibility, like I was looking at, because like, what is it? It gives the ability for the Hulk that if you don't play or you leave, extra points, extra energy, I should say, per turn, he gets stronger by 2 every single time. So like, if you always leave just a little bit of extra energy every turn, he turns to a 24-point card. If you pair him with like Infinite and She-Hulk, and you basically don't play anything for like most of the game, you get to turn 6 and you drop like 50 points just out of nowhere. Like, there's some cool stuff you can do, but granted, you gotta get this card, and these new cards aren't always cheap.
And if you don't know, I didn't even realize this High Evolutionary character apparently is the big bad in the new movie. Yeah, in the Guardians 3, he's going to be he's the main guy, which is kind of interesting because I feel like I've read he's a new character. Like, I don't think he's somebody who's been around with the Marvel for a long time. I could be
about
wrong.
Guardians lore to tell you. Maybe not. So. But anyway, I won't drag it out because I haven't.
You're not
season
excited?
just started.
Howard the Duck? Come on, you're not excited?
He's cool. I'm more excited about, was it Iron Lad? I think he's a more interesting and more viable card, but I don't want to waste all of our time talking about these new cards. I mean, I think this is going to be a fun season with some cool cards, and it's just getting started. I didn't get to play a lot last season.
2 new locations.
Yeah.
Milano Deep Space.
Yeah, I guess what I was saying is I'm excited to dig into this season a little more. Last month was just busy, so I didn't get to climb nearly as much as I wanted to. So I'm gonna try to do more this season. Granted, with Zelda coming out next week,
Whoa!
maybe Turkey.
Look at that door.
Oh, there's the null ones.
Venom, yeah, Venom door.
Oh, the Venom ones, yeah.
That looks pretty sick. I will say, the artwork is so cool on some of these. Like,
yeah,
that's definitely a
variants are sucking you in, man.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like I should say, so any interesting cards you've gotten lately? I know I landed Lockjaw. Lockjaw was one of the big ones, and of course I got Agatha Harkness earlier today.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, I mean, I have been getting cards. I haven't really been posting them.
I mean, you've probably got more time put in than I do, but I was gonna
I haven't played a lot lately.
Yeah, because Agatha was, the one season 1 free they could give you, and I was gonna
Wait,
pick.
you chose Agatha outright?
Yeah.
Oh no! You chose Agatha?
I don't know. It was either it was either her or Electro from earlier today, and I'm like,
Electro would have been so much better.
Really?
Or you just wait 5 hours and see what else pops up. Agatha is probably one of the worst cards you could have chosen.
I don't know. I was like, she's got 14 power. Okay. I'm never gonna use her.
Does.
Yeah, she does your moves.
She plays for you. And the point is, you have no control over the game. To win with Agatha is complete RNG.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just because I sent you that article from Kotaku.
You chose Agatha.
Where there was an article from Kotaku of one of the devs talking about how they don't want people to use the card, and I was just like, all right, I'll buy it. I don't know. Well, I didn't buy it.
The
It was
card
free.
I picked that was free was Cerebro. I didn't have a Cerebro yet, and I wanted to play around with them.
Oh, okay.
No. I did see you. I'm jealous. You got Dracula.
I
really
did get
wanted
Dracula. Yeah. I don't even know what anime Dracula and Marvel's from. It's got to be from. Oh, it would have to be Blade?
Blade.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe.
Either way, that's our snapback.
All right, so real quick, next up we've got highlights from the Horde, but I didn't really grab anything yet. Do you guys have anything, or do you want to just kind of...
I grabbed stuff because I thought we were doing a Zelda-themed Horde, and then you guys ooh, I didn't grab anything.
All right.
I'm not home, so screw you.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything, I'll show you what I grabbed. I mean, I can be quick, or if you want to go...
No, you can start. I'll just put you on screen. Let me look.
Okay. So I got kind of 2 categories of items. So I know I had shown at least this one a while back. So my Wind Waker Nintendo Power. We saw that. We did the Wind Waker, I think, a few months ago. But I went through. I didn't realize I had this many. I've got quite a few Zelda-themed Nintendo Powers. So I'm just gonna show you the ones I got. This one I thought was fun. It's just straight up Soul Calibur 2. It's got the
Man, that's old school.
Yeah, well, a lot of these, I didn't realize I had some of the older ones.
That's when they had Link inside of Soul Calibur too.
Yeah, this was actually the last Soul Calibur game that I got. I had the Xbox One and PlayStation 1 forever. I could never find the GameCube one. Not that it was ever expensive, I just never found it in a while. I got the one for Oracle of Ages and Seasons.
Oh, those are my favorites.
I haven't played these. I tell you, I haven't played a lot of the handheld Zeldas. I just, for whatever reason in my life, I was never really playing handheld games when the Zelda games were, I don't know, available or popular. I guess that's not true because they're always available. So this one, I know it shows Diddy Kong, but at the top, this is the first time they revealed anything about Ocarina. It's got the first 100 screenshots in here.
Neat.
You might appreciate this if I can pull it up. They show the original wireframes of Link and everything. Oh,
Okay, sorry. What'd you choose?
Oh, I'm not telling you, you already missed it.
A bunch of
No.
stuff.
There was we got screenshots the old wireframes and stuff. It was pretty neat.
That's pretty.
Is that a Game Informer or some old?
It's my Zelda Nintendo Powers.
Yeah.
This is before Game Informer existed.
And then I got, not a Nintendo Power, but the official Zelda Majora's Mask Guide.
Oh, I got one of those, except not that version. It's by Prima.
Now
Oh,
you-
yeah.
Now you're playing with power.
And then for my big Zelda item, which I know you guys are not going to be super impressed by, but my boxed
Oh, that's
Majora
funny.
3DS.
I was gonna get that before I left, but I decided against it.
Yeah.
I guess I could talk about what I got. I can easily mention it.
You have something Zelda related. You're gonna be getting a new game in what, a week and a half.
Well, I'm not gonna show it now. That's lame. That's cool though.
You can show your receipt.
Yeah,
Just get your receipt and be like,
I have that same 3DS.
Yeah.
But I also have the so I guess I'll talk about what I got. I don't have it with me, but I can't prove it, but I can show it. I got two things.
Liar.
I got
Phony.
2 things. I have the Legend of Zelda.
you bought
Skyward
me.
Sword
He bought
Golden-
Miyamoto.
The golden Wii and nunchuck.
Yeah.
And controller.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have that. That was a pre-order, and then to counter the Majora's Mask one, since I already have one of those, I also have the 3DS XL. A Link Between Worlds. It folds in half, and half of it is like the regular gold one.
Oh yeah.
The other side is black. It was for the Dark Triforce. It is freaking, and
That
I
was a
was
cool
using
one.
that. I use that thing like crazy, and I still have it. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked about those. And now I'm gonna have the little banner thing from Walmart, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I didn't get any pre-order bonus with my what was it, Tears of the Kingdom. They didn't really have too many. They had the stuff at Walmart, but I don't think anybody else really had any. real
GameStop didn't
pre-order
have
stuff.
anything. I think they're giving us like, I think it's like, I don't even remember.
Yeah, they're not giving anything.
They had the wooden plaque or whatever.
At GameStop?
Yeah.
I asked them when I was there. I was
they-
like, "Does anything come with
Oh,
my
they-
pre-order?" And they were
They
like,
didn't want to tell you, man.
Oh.
It came with a collector's edition, and they had the freaking everything.
Wait, did you have to get the collector's edition?
You had to get the collector's.
Oh, well, we didn't get the collector's edition.
Yeah.
"No."
Yeah.
I'm not paying it.
With
what is it,
GameStop's
$100
condition,
for it.
they should be giving out
And
foot
then-
rubs for every pre-order of anything.
Man, those people suck, man. If they
Oh.
think about it, like
Present thy feet.
man, those people, man, they'll just cancel your order like the day of. Oh, don't worry
Well, that's
about
what-
it.
when you say those people, I mean you're talking about the corporate side of GameStop.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
like come in and they're really crappy to the employees there, and I hate that. Like, the employees are just doing what they
Yeah,
gotta do.
I
They're
know.
being paid crappy wages and terrible working conditions in a lot of cases. So
Oh yeah,
I just like to give them at least
Oh,
some
easily.
credit. They're doing the best they can.
Mhm.
you're right. You're right. They don't have any control over all that stuff.
How dare you? How dare you be reasonable?
What can I say?
Oh no. Well, anyway, that's what I would
Shortest-
have that if I had it.
Yeah.
Shortest horde section. Did you find
No,
something?
I got something. Just nothing
Did you?
crazy. I feel like Gamer already showed it, but I'll show it anyways, just in case. My copy, my promotional disc for
Copycat.
collector's
Nice.
edition, but just in case,
And that's sealed too.
no, mine's not sealed.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
showing it just because
Weak.
it's cool.
Yeah. Man, I had 2 of those.
But in case I didn't, I also showed. I don't have many I don't have a ton of Zelda games. Most of mine are like newer, but as far as older,
That's ages.
yeah, got my
Yeah,
copy of
man,
Ages.
I played the heck out of that game.
What's the
that
red?
and
The red
Seasons.
one I'm missing. What is it? Seasons.
Season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Man, I played both games back and forth like a freak. I played it 4 times.
I still need a copy. I have Ocarina, but I still need a Majora's Mask. I still don't have a Majora. I
got
think
2 of them sitting up
Phoenix
there.
was said he was gonna sell me one. He's like, I
Yeah,
gotta
change
pay,
my mind.
I gotta pay for my roof, man. I'll let you know about all this stuff I gotta sell.
I found other ways to pay for the roof. You
Started.
should check out my OnlyFans. No,
I was gonna say you hit the streets, hitting the pavement. Alrighty, so
What rubs?
yeah, so let's see. So we're gonna move on to now our speedrun topics. That's everything we got for Zelda. Oh, there goes that. Oh, so I guess I should probably pop that out then.
I am curious how many of these topics we're going to get through. I know the goal of speedrun is to go fast, but these are some meaty topics. Like the first couple, like they're
Oh,
big
the-
boy news. So
Yeah. Those are
let's see how much we
huge.
get through.
Okay, so all right, I was trying to make sure. Well, for some reason, they were overlapping. Okay, so here we go. Getting ready to press the play button. Here we go. So we're starting. All right. So first off, we're going to go into. This is probably one of the older topics or news topics that we have, but in terms of, importance, this was like a huge deal when it happened. But if you guys don't know, the UK blocked Microsoft's $69 billion Activision
69.
deal. 60, good one. But let me see. Let's see. I had some quickie notes here. So they basically claimed that they were blocking it. They made sure to emphasize this is not because of Xbox possibly gaining Call of Duty. This was more concerns that it would hinder competition within cloud gaming.
Well, it still was about Call of Duty a little bit.
Well, no, I'm saying I think everyone agrees, but I'm just saying they claimed it was about cloud gaming competition or something.
Yeah. Well, when I say that, have we started the timer already?
Yeah, it's already going. Yeah.
Okay. Because they were saying, okay, so cloud, issue with cloud competition, specifically because then on Microsoft platform, on their cloud platform, they would have access to Call of Duty and Blizzard games. So it was still about those games, giving them an unfair advantage. I don't know. I mean, I think most people have already kind of gone through this and agree that out of everything they could have kind of stood their ground on and called out Microsoft for, that's like the worst route to go. Like most of the even other cloud companies out there were not arguing that this would be an issue. They were, if anything, in support of Microsoft moving forward for whatever reason. They might have been paid on side deals to really know for sure what's going on there. But I don't know. This is shaky ground that I think they're standing on. I know Microsoft's trying to appeal, but to my knowledge, it's really hard to appeal anything from the CMA. So I don't know. Do you think this just straight out is going to block the deal, period, or do you think Microsoft is going to push forward, try to get approval in other areas, and then just not sell in the UK? I mean,
well, that's one of the big things that I've heard on a podcast is some people were saying that now they think Xbox could possibly, like you're saying, block some features to products in the UK or something. Which it's like, I mean, would that be legal? Like, what features are we talking? Like,
well, I don't know if it'd be so much features, but they could stop selling
just straight up. Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. I mean, and I am not an expert in any of these matters, but to my understanding, like, the whole point of these regulatory bodies is to dictate how companies work within their borders, right? So this is a UK specific regulating body. So if they block Microsoft, okay, so Microsoft can't do business in that format in their their country, but Microsoft can do whatever they want other places. So I don't know. It's an odd thing. Now, will Microsoft want to go that route?
Well, it's also like the two companies are also not UK based companies, so it's like the UK blocking American based companies from engulfing one another, and it's like,
well, that doesn't matter because Microsoft is a global company. I mean, it's based in America, but they do business worldwide. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they are doing business in the UK. The UK has a right to dictate how they do business within their borders. So, I mean, it makes sense. I guess the thing here is, let's say that the EU, so the rest of Europe, they let it go through. And then let's say the States let it go through, which we're not sure if the FTC is going to let that happen anyway. But if we assume every other regulating body says, okay, go ahead, Microsoft, does Microsoft go ahead with this and then just not sell games in the UK? Like, is that a big enough piece of the pie that's going to matter to them? Like, UK's big. It's not the biggest piece of the pie, but for Microsoft, it might be big enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know. It's hard to tell exactly the ramifications of any of this. Like, I really... because I don't know if I'll talk about it after this, but there was a deal they made with like a Spanish company in order to bring cloud gaming, to more platforms over there. So it's like, is that something Microsoft could start pulling? Is features related to cloud gaming? Because it's
hard to know what this is really going to block feature-wise. Like, this just straight up like prevent Microsoft from doing business over there if they do this merger.
That would seem like the most drastic thing.
Stuff?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the extent of the stipulations that this is going to bring with it. All they know is they're trying to block this deal, but any other, obligations after that fact, who knows? Do you guys think that the other regulating bodies are going to approve now? Like, is the EU going to be like, okay? Is the FTC going to be okay? Or are they going to follow suit like the CMA and just now straight up block it? Because the FTC already has issues with it.
I don't know. I don't know enough about how those companies work together. Like, I don't know if they're. I mean, I'm gonna assume they're definitely communicating with one another and all gonna come to.
I don't know if they would. I don't know. They're separate regulating bodies. Like FTC is America, EU is Europe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're like passing notes to each other, like don't let them do it.
I just know all I know is that Xbox and Microsoft right now, in terms of the Xbox ecosystem, are hurting right now, and it seems like with Redfall, which is another topic we'll go into, but like
we can go into it now.
Unless no, we can go right
Metal,
into it.
You want to say anything about the?
I got nothing.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen next.
Okay, so yeah, real quick, let me move over. But
While you're doing that, just to prep
No,
the
go ahead.
Redfall
Just go
thing.
ahead.
So
I got it.
I don't know how much interest any of us had in playing Redfall, but I mean, this was Microsoft's next big thing.
I was
right?
pretty excited for this game. I mean, now, well, I'll let you keep going.
Well, that score is pretty crap.
Yeah, it's less. I don't know if it's just like the score of it. It's just how disappointing this is, and like how this game even came to this point. Like it's
Shout
not
out
like
to
some
Skill
weird
Up.
no-name
I'm using
developer.
Skill Up's B-roll.
Skill Up is probably the most brutal, but like this is Arcane for one. So Arcane, even if you haven't loved their past few games, they've all been good games. Like
I was gonna say Ryan,
the Dishonored series is really good.
Ryan McCaffrey on his latest Unlocked was saying as well that like he was like, is this the first bad game that Arcane has made? Like,
It's not just bad; it's
broken.
bad in so many ways
Yeah.
that doesn't even make sense for Arcane. Like Arcane has made Dishonored and Prey and Deathloop, and once again, regardless if you liked all those games a huge amount, they were all good, interesting games. And this game doesn't feel like those at all. Not even just like a genre shift. Like none of those, quality aspects that you expect from an Arcane game are here. So that's really odd. It makes you wonder, like, is it Arcane's fault that it got this way? Is it Microsoft pushing something? Is it?
Well, I
How does
feel
even
like
happen?
it can't be Microsoft, because Microsoft's end, they've shown they're willing to let their studios postpone titles for. I mean, look at like they were willing to postpone Halo.
Well, this game already got postponed. Like they're willing to let it postpone, but to what degree? Like we don't know behind the scenes. Like when Microsoft's finally like, all right, this is the last chance you get. This needs to go out the door because Microsoft.
I mean, they even did it with
has
Halo.
To be
so,
realizing. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've been okay delaying it to Microsoft's credit, but they're not going to, delay it in perpetuity forever, right? There has to be a deadline on it. So maybe this was Microsoft's deadline. Because Microsoft has nothing else really coming out this year besides Starfield. It was supposed to be this and Starfield to carry them through the year. So this bombing the way it does...
It's crazy because from what I've seen in reviews, like, it's not just a disappointing game. It's people are saying it's a flat out bad video game, and it's like
People saying it's not fun. It's like a whole bunch of
Yeah.
bad things.
which is crazy
Bad
coming from
graphics and
Arcane.
everything.
Like from what I've seen, like I don't know if you guys have seen actual gameplay. I've watched a good amount. The AI, like again, I don't want to. I haven't actually played the game. I don't want to completely.
The AI turned off. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I don't want to completely lambast the studio and Xbox, but like, I feel like I've seen enough gameplay where it's like I can see some of the points people are making,
Yeah.
and man, the AI looks downright awful. And
It's such a broad general consensus. Like
Yeah.
yes, we haven't played the game, so you never want to speak out of place, but it's just like flat out across the board everybody saying the exact same thing. So I mean,
still
the odds of
images for cutscenes, really, for a AAA Arcane game, it's like
Yeah. So I guess the question here is, what does this mean for Xbox, and more importantly, like, let's just think ahead now. X amount of months.
means
when
they better
Starfield
buy
comes out.
Diablo.
Well, okay, but even like pushing, even though yes, that's a huge thing that's putting even more shaky ground underneath Microsoft. Everything now rides on Starfield. What does Starfield need to be for Microsoft to come out of this okay? Like, is there anything it can even do? Like, even if Starfield comes out and it's this perfect game, is that enough to salvage Microsoft
I don't
right
think
now
so.
this year?
I would think Starfield has to live up to like Fallout 3 levels of, masterpiece in order to, I guess, give anybody confidence in Bethesda and Xbox again. Like, they have to like really hit a home run on that game, because I feel like things are so down, especially if this Activision deal doesn't go through. It's like, oof.
So what if, let's say it's not the masterpiece? What if Starfield comes out
and it's good?
It's a good game. It's like, it's an 8. Okay, solid game. It's Bethesda. It's gonna be weird and buggy, and that's probably what we're gonna get. I doubt we're gonna get the masterpiece. I mean, I'd love to be wrong, because I am kind of excited about that game, but I'm also tempering my expectations to be this is gonna be a good middle level kind of Bethesda experience.
I guess it depends. Oh, sorry to cut you off. I guess it depends on what we see out of this. June 11th showcase coming out of Xbox. Mm-hmm. I feel like that needs to be a good. If that's like a middling conference, and they just talk about how like, what's Sensuous Sacrifice? What is that? Blade. What is that game? Like if that game, what is it? Senua's Sacrifice.
I know what you're talking
What's
about.
What's that series? That's like one of their big things that they have not talked about in forever. Like, what is it? It's Blade something. Oh my gosh.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the exact title either.
Yeah, if a game like that if we still like don't know when a game like that is coming out, I feel like what is it? Outer Worlds 2 or Fable,
whatever. I mean, they're supposedly have like a crap load of games all in
Perfect
development
Dark.
by all these, and we're not seeing anything from any of them, and we're getting to the point now where it's too long.
We need to know something about these games. Like,
I tell you, I'm not overly optimistic about this Starfield showing, because I'll tell you, the stuff we've seen of Starfield so far has not been super impressive to look at. I think if this game is going to do well, it's going to be one of those games I think it's going to be fun to play. Like, Bethesda games are all about the experience, right? It's the role-playing aspect, digging into it. They're not always big spectacle games sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like Fallout 3, when it came out, I know had like the crazy gore, and you had like the rocket cannon like blowing people up, and had that moment we come out of the vault. So it had a few like big visual moments, but even that game wasn't really about like it didn't look incredible on the outset, right? It was just a lot of fun to play. I'm worried that Starfield's going to come out in this big showing, and you're right, there's a lot riding on it, and I don't know how well it's going to sell in a showcase. I think it still might end up being a really fun game to play when it comes down the line, but I don't know. I'm shaky on if the showcase is going to do well for them, or if it's just going to make people more concerned because it doesn't look like what they're anticipating.
Okay, so I'm going to move us on. We're going to move on to, I don't know what, I guess we'll do Armored Core 6. They recently released a trailer for the new Armored Core 6, for their gameplay. So do you want to take it away, MetalGamer? This is one of your big games you need a big score on what was it, the high score Olympics that we got going?
Yeah, I don't have anything right now on my high score Olympics. It's really empty.
Better than honestly, it's better than what I got, because I got nothing that's turning out well.
Well,
so.
you have a big fat 0.
At least you have hope. So.
A little bit of hope. It looks good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was watching it, I was like, man, that looks so exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it looks just like Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I feel like it's gonna be so dang hard.
For those who don't get the reference, go watch ChazmaN's reaction to Armored Core.
I'm gonna give up after the first 20 minutes of playing and call it this is the worst game of the year ever.
I said it in my recent video I put out where I reacted to this. Like, it just looks like a fun Gundam game, which that's all I want. I just want to customize a mech and walk around and try all the
destruction.
Yeah, see what kind of stuff I can make with different parts on the machines. That's all I want. I don't care. I mean,
that's all it really is.
It doesn't even need a narrative. It's just machine on planet. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like just a bunch of crazy rubble destruction. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about it. I want it to go high. Yay! 90, 100.
How much time we got left? We've got 45
Less
seconds.
than a minute.
All right, so we're going to move on to Beetlejuice 2. Are you guys excited? Officially in production. No information. We don't know if Tim Burton or
I'm honestly not.
Winona Ryder.
Isn't what's his face going to be playing
Michael
Beetlejuice
Keaton,
though?
I don't think there's any. Like, they just said at CinemaCon 2023 it is in production, but they have not announced anyone is coming back or not.
I read that, or I didn't read, but I looked and saw that what's his face was going to be Beetlejuice. Is that true?
No, I would assume it would have to be Michael Keaton. I don't see who it could be.
I don't know. It could be anybody. Oh well.
I
not
have no
excited,
faith
like-
that they're gonna do anything with it.
Most
Yeah.
of these nostalgic, like cash grab movies have been just that. Like the most recent Matrix movie comes to mind, and that was such a letdown. That
I kind of liked it, but it was
no,
bad.
no,
It was bad.
no, it was
Oh.
bad
It was
on
bad.
many levels.
Oh.
No,
I feel like I kind of liked the movie when it was like, it was trying to get super meta, and when like, I felt like it was kind of funny at moments, but overall I agree, like, the action is the disappointing part for me with that movie, that like,
it was everything about that movie was bad.
Yeah.
We're at 0, by the way. That's
I
it.
know.
No more.
Yeah,
Don't talk
yeah,
about it
yeah.
no more. Yay! My
Alrighty.
God, don't talk about that movie ever again.
Oh my gosh, we're only 45 minutes in. Crazy. Okay, so let's see. You guys didn't want to talk. We didn't want to talk about Twisted Metal TV show that looked terrible.
Blame the timer.
Well, it didn't look like anything.
I know
Like,
it
didn't
didn't.
look terrible. It just looked.
I know. I'm kidding.
They showed Sweet Tooth.
So
I
we did
mean,
2, 3. We did
Man.
4 topics. What was? I don't even know. What was the Kotaku controversy that you had on there? I don't even know what that was.
so I know we're past the time, but
No, I just want to know what it was.
So one of the lead guys or editors on Kotaku, whoever it was, went on Twitter and was complaining because he was like, Kotaku always gets blacklisted by Nintendo. They didn't send us a preview copy of Zelda or invite us to
that's
their
right.
event. It was just all whiny about it. And then like that day, posted an article about all the leaked Zelda stuff that's been coming out. And everybody was just like, you complain about Nintendo not inviting you, and you turn around and you're marketing, or not marketing, but you're reporting on all these leaks that Nintendo is trying to block. This is why they don't give you anything. It's just the hypocrisy of Kotaku, because Kotaku is Kotaku.
I actually saw somebody in a Facebook group that was talking about, they dropped some Kotaku article, and they were like, why does I just thought it was funny. They were like, why is anybody reading Kotaku anymore? And it was some article that they didn't like, and I was like, oh, I guess it's true.
I get drawn back to Kotaku for, I don't even know why.
I
think
sent you that one article earlier about, I don't even remember what it was about. What was
It was the Marvel Snap thing.
Marvel Snap? Oh.
I think it's just so built in. Like I've been frequenting Kotaku pretty much since the inception. Nearly a decade ago, probably more than that at this point. I don't even remember. And just I remember the good times of Kotaku and just all the crazy stories that did break there. It hasn't been that site.
Since Schreier left, we've said it, but
well, there are a few people after Schreier that held on, but everybody is really gone now. Like the changing of the guard there has not boded well for the content. And I'm not trying to get into all the different opinion sides of like what they're posting on and whatnot, but it's not the site it used to be. Like even the reasons they got blacklisted in the past, there was some like good rationale for why. Now it's just petty stuff. But anyways, I'm sorry, we're way out of the news segment. I'll get off it. I'm
we're
sorry.
So we were trying to come up with what we were going to do, because we definitely wanted to do something to kind of, I don't know, kind of celebrate a new Zelda game, which again, by next episode, a new Zelda game will be out. So if we do...
Think about that for a minute. Like, when was the last Zelda game? Was Breath of the Wild, right? Like the new one. I know they've done like remakes, but that's been over 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Like, what's the other longest time between Zelda games that we've waited? Like, before Breath of the Wild, it was Skyward Sword, right?
Worlds, too. But do
Well,
you really want to count those? Like,
the
there
mobile
are-
games are tricky. Like, they are. Are they mainline? Do you call them mainline? Some people are going to argue one way or the other. But if we think just like the 3D games, from Skyward Sword to Breath of the Wild.
I was going to say, you
how
did
long
see
is that?
3DS games that were dropped in between, too, around that time frame, right? There was Majora and
that's what I'm talking
Ocarina,
about.
Well, those were all remakes. Like, when you think about it that way.
Link Between Worlds. That's the
Yeah,
only other
Link
one.
Between Worlds was not a remake. That was one of like the few like original ones that came out. But I don't know. I guess my point being is it has been it's been a hot minute since we've had a
When did-
original Zelda game.
Breath of the Wild, was that 2016 or 2017?
17.
Okay.
It
So it's
came
not-
out like 2 weeks from my daughter was born. That's the only reason I know. So,
God, your daughter's that old?
I should go to Ganon and call it a day.
Gosh,
I know.
time
Weird.
flies. Holy cow.
It does.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. We didn't know what to do, so Phoenix kind of came up with the idea. He wanted to do some Zelda trivia, so I'll go ahead.
Well, we were originally going to do a tier ranking because it's kind of what we do.
but I haven't
then we're
played
like,
enough, I guess.
ChazmaN
Someone
hasn't
didn't play
played like
any
any
games.
Zelda games. He had like 3. We're like, that's gonna be a little hard to rank.
That's kind of lame.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, everybody's different history with Zelda. To be honest, like, I didn't really get into Zelda till I was much older. Like, as a kid, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, in my N64 years when Ocarina was the biggest thing, I was sucked into, like, Banjo-Kazooie and, like, Star Fox and, like, that.
I've only recently been getting into it, and I really enjoyed my Skyward Sword. I enjoyed, Breath of the Wild, playing that one was really fun. I don't know. I definitely want to start a new one. I don't know, sometime this year.
I was the kid.
I was one in a week. So.
Oh yeah, well, that's other than that one I meant. But...
I was the kid who wanted freaking the Ocarina of Time Gold Edition.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for that dirk, and then my mom was like, "Are we done looking for that? Okay, I'll just get you this," and that was it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So which one do we want to do first? We've got what do you want to do, the fact or myth, or do you want to do one of these quizzes?
Myth one. That's one that I think is probably least of a game. That's probably more just, I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting.
Okay.
So I don't know if you really prefaced it, but we got a couple like Zelda trivia-like games we're gonna go with, and just test our Zelda knowledge in a very broad form. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know the main character is Zelda.
Zelda.
And
yeah.
In Zelda
well, it's her
games.
legend, right?
Yeah. That's all I know about.
The Legend of Ganon.
Yeah, that's all I know.
The Pig King.
Pigman. Okay, so I guess first we'll go here. So it says here. So this is what we have to pick: a truth or a fact.
Scroll up just a little bit. It will tell you. I'm pretty sure each one of these cards, like, is going through 5 different categories.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 facts. So 2 of the things on the card are true, and then 1 is a myth.
So do we want to go one by one, where each of us will get a chance to answer it? Like I'll go first.
Yeah, you can just,
whatever.
You guess
who goes
which one
first?
you think the myth is. Metal can guess, and then I'll guess.
Oh, okay. We all just choose one. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. So first one we have is, so what are these developments? These are different like categories of Zelda game, or like
it's
aspects
not even,
of it.
it's just Zelda in general. So this is talking about Zelda development. 2 facts about Zelda development, and 1 is a myth about Zelda development. We're trying to identify what the myth is.
Ah, I see. Okay. So yeah, first one we have is for development. We have The Legend of Zelda was a dungeon builder like Super Mario Maker. We have the theme song was an afterthought, and we have Majora's Mask is based on the 5 stages of grief.
Hold on, I missed all that. I was reading off the screen, and you took it away.
Oh,
from
so I'll just leave it on there.
Well, I mean, they probably want to see our face. I mean, I wish we could see both. Probably didn't think about that. Let's see. It's fine. Just read them out again.
We have The Legend of Zelda was a dungeon builder like Super Mario Maker. The theme song was an afterthought, and Majora's Mask is based on 5 stages of grief. So which one is...
Which one's a myth?
Which one's a
myth?
myth?
So you can pick first, Chaz.
I'm going to say middle. I'm going to say the top and bottom are facts. That's I don't know. I'm going to say middle is a myth.
Okay, middle.
I'm going to go with the top one. Because, yeah, I mean, a dungeon builder early on in the 1980s, that's kind of... I mean, they were ambitious, but just... I don't know if they were that ambitious. I'm just going to take a stab at that one.
So
I
he's
think I
going
agree.
top.
I think the first one is a myth.
Yeah, because I don't think Koji Kondo is the songwriter for The Legend of Zelda. I don't think that's an afterthought by no means, at all.
Okay, so well, that's what I said. I said, was it the middle one was a myth? So you think the middle one is a myth?
No, he's saying
I say the top one is a myth.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right.
Oh wait, no. But that would mean you think the middle one is a fact, that the theme song was an afterthought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that what this is?
That's what I'm saying.
That's so confusing.
I'm saying I don't think the middle is true. I don't think the theme song was I think that was something that they already knew when they were making the game in development.
I'm sticking with the dungeon builders guy said it, so
yeah, I'm just gonna stick to this first one because, yeah.
Okay, so it says truth is the one. Well, so Phoenix is wrong then, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh wait, so are two of them myths?
2 are facts. 1 is a myth.
Okay, so there's one. Where's the other? Oh, I see. It's just further down. The theme song wasn't, so we were all wrong. It was
Why don't you
Majora's
show
Mask.
your screen? I think
Oh,
everybody
shoot.
kind of needs to see it.
Yeah, so it turns out that it was a Mario Maker. Like, well, why does it say? It should say Mario Maker is a dungeon builder like Zelda.
Well, no, because
that's interesting.
no, I get what they're trying to say. Like, they originally conceived like how to lay out the dungeons in like a dungeon builder format. It was their way of demonstrating how to build stuff, which is like what Mario Maker does. Zelda itself is not a dungeon builder. It's just that's how it was kind of conceived, is what they're saying.
Ah, I see. It says the theme song was an afterthought. At the last moment, they realized the song they wanted to use wasn't in the public domain yet, so Koji Kondo pulled an all-nighter to crank out an iconic banger.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And it says Majora's Mask is not based on the 5 stages of grief. So popular theory says that Link is on a journey through his own emotions. He does look like he's going through something, but Nintendo says you're playing the game wrong if you subscribe to this theory.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The theory was that he's dead, right? He's in purgatory. It's the 5 state or the stage of death.
I don't. I mean, that's because we've watched a game theory, which kind of made like a lot of sense. But Nintendo, I don't think would go that dark and with that type
I don't
of game.
know. They may not ever admit it. I bet they could have that dark tale behind it. I don't know.
Okay, so we're all still at
That's wrong.
zeros.
Yeah, we're wrong.
Big
Jesus.
zeros. Yeah, no one got the right one there.
Wow.
Symbology.
Yep,
Wow.
symbology. So it says Islamic symbols were removed from the U.S. version of the original game due to protests. Hyrule's official religion is Christianity. The Triforce can be traced back to Mongolian invasions. Ugh, all of these seem...
Middle one's a myth. I'm going with that. I don't think Hyrule is full of Christians.
I'm going to go to the
I don't think
bottom.
so either.
I'm going to say the bottom one is a myth. Oh, I should go over. Yeah, I'm going to say the bottom one is a myth. So Phoenix is going middle.
What? All these are weird.
I know, that's probably why they're there.
These are really strange. All of them.
Yeah, but I believe the first one. Like, whether they meant to or not. Like, sometimes, like,
The Hylian stuff?
they grab symbols and they, pull from different things. And Americans are going to complain about everything. Especially back in the early days of Zelda when they were all up in arms about games anyway. That's totally something that would have happened.
Look at the, what's that new game that's coming out? What is it? The Nintendo War game. What is it?
Oh, Total War.
Total
Not Total
War.
War.
Oh, not Total
no.
War. It's Core something, isn't
nice.
it?
Advanced Wars.
Advanced Wars, where, like, the only reason people think that's been delayed so often is because of actual war. Or there's
That is why it was postponed.
Oh, is it? I thought that was
100%.
more like people thought.
No, they postponed that because of the Ukraine stuff.
And apparently there's like a faction that's kind of Russian or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't feel like, based...
I'm going with the second one as well, because that doesn't... First off, it's spelled wrong. And second, about that. I don't think
spelling, I think it's probably just the...
Christianity.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about the lore and the, religion inside of Zelda, like, none of that seems to match up with Christianity.
None of it.
Interesting.
None of it at all.
Well, let's see how
I mean,
wrong...
if it is, there's going to be a very interesting through line that they put out.
Let's see how wrong you are. The lie is Islamic symbols were not removed from the... Oh, okay. Japanese versions do include Islamic symbols for aesthetic, but when you're removed from...
Oh, so they just weren't removed. They were actually in there.
Oh.
Well, that's weird.
So truth, the rules of religious Christianity.
Oh, because the priest in church? Man, get out of here.
That's the reason why.
So Link is a Christian?
Dumb.
Link is Christian?
That's dumb.
But man, none of the rest of their mythology lines up with it. Like the goddess Hylia doesn't line up with the god of creation. Like I don't know. I don't like that.
So is Ganondorf Satan?
I don't know. I'm be very curious to read into this if that's truly what they were basing it off. This is on reading into it a little too far.
I don't know. Shield. Huh. Sure.
You can see the cross on the shield? Oh, you do see a cross. Oh. Huh.
Yeah, but I think that's because they were... See, I don't
mean,
really
they
know
were
if I was
kinda
basing that.
I mean, they're kind of limited to their pixels. I mean...
And odds are they're probably going for... Like, back in the day, they would choose, like, very kind of generic theming when they do their characters. Like, they went probably a knight kind of looking cases, which was a really common thing to have crosses on their shields.
Your Roman type style?
So does Link represent like I was just thinking, like, is he represent like an Inquisition or something where he's like invading other...
Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe that this is true, but it feels like a
like
reach.
the
to
goblins
me.
other other other
I don't know.
previous.
I don't know. I don't feel right about that. That doesn't seem right to me. But let's see the last.
I never
one.
noticed there was a
Curious
cross
what
on
we
his
think.
shield. I don't know why I never.
I feel like I
never
remember
put two
that.
and two.
Just
I always seen it, but I just never.
it just felt like generic.
Yeah.
That's a symbol on your shield. I think you're probably right because for pixels, I mean that reads a lot better than if they tried to do like, you know,
like a
Hylian
snake.
crest or something. Yeah.
Yeah, or some ridiculousness. Let's see. The Hojo clan. What? Final Fantasy VII now? What the hell's going on here?
Does Link
joking.
sacrifice himself, or does he die a lot? I'm just
does
trying.
die
I'm
a
just
lot.
trying
This
to.
is
I'm
my
just
place
trying to
already.
connect the dots. I don't know.
Hmm.
All right. So yeah, it says based on the emblem of the Hojo clan, a powerful 12th century Japanese family successfully fought off Mongol invaders and helped popularize Zen Buddhism. All right.
Sure. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, so we're
I
gonna
don't
move.
know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. That's funny. All right, so
Weird.
we're going to move on to the next one, which is items. You can squeeze your own Lon milk. I don't even know what a Lon is.
Oh boy.
You can defeat Ganon with an empty bottle, or you can beat the Legend of Zelda without the sword.
The first one's the myth.
I'm going to say the middle one. Which Zelda game is this talking? Is this talking about the original?
I know you can beat it without a sword because I've seen people beat.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So we're talking about the. Oh wait, the first Legend of Zelda.
I think that's what it's
Are you
talking
sure
about.
about that? Because.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, there's nothing forcing you to go get the sword. You could probably bypass. You can go straight to a dungeon, and if you can make your way to like a different item, like a bomb or something, you could probably find a way to beat the bosses.
I've
without
played
a
the
sword.
original game
You
only
can't
for
with
like...
bombs and stuff, and arrows or whatever. So I don't think the last one is far fetched.
Yeah. It's hard because I mean they're not telling you, of course, which game any of this applies to. I feel like there's probably a version of a fight out there where someone's beating Ganon with an empty bottle. Like, that sounds like something a crazy speedrunner would try to do. So, I can't recall any time that I squeezed my own Lon milk though.
I didn't think about it. Did any of us get it right on the previous one? Are we still all...
No.
So the
No,
first
we're
two...
all zero. We're all
0-0-0.
We're all
Wow.
horrible Zelda fans, apparently. Yeah, I don't remember any game you can squeeze Lon milk.
I'm going myth on the first one. Man,
Yeah.
I've been wrong.
I-
Oh, and as you put the
Oh,
screen,
shoot.
it says
Oh,
truth
oh,
underneath
oh,
it.
shoot.
Good job. Good job.
Well, I already chose middle.
Yeah, we already chose the top one. You can squeeze Lon milk. If you play a Epona song for a cow and you have an empty bottle, she'll give you milk. And
Oh yeah,
remember
but that's
that.
not squeezing it. But
Oh,
okay.
that's totally not the first
I
game,
remember
too. That's
that.
like Ocarina or something.
I
well, it didn't
remember that.
say first game up at the top. It just said you can squeeze your own
Oh.
Lon milk.
I was
The only one that
assuming.
mentions the game is the third one.
So let's see. You guys are already wrong. So
I
let's see if
don't.
it's me.
I think that the wording on that's stupid. It's not. You're not really squeezing it. Yeah. Never mind. Whatever.
Truth? Oh, no. Where did we miss...
Yeah, I figured you could beat him with an empty bottle.
In Ocarina, it's
Yeah.
implied that only the Master Sword can do the trick. You
Deflect
can
it
actually
with an
deflect
empty.
Ganon's attacks with a
Oh,
bottle.
I remember. Yeah.
Wow. So the first three questions, none of us got a right answer.
Really? If you don't grab a sword at the very beginning, you can make it really far, but the only way to defeat Ganon is with a sword.
Which is the first one,
Mhm.
which makes sense.
Is that
but-
supposed to be Ganon? The Gandalf-looking character there?
No,
No.
that's the old man in the beginning of the game.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
like
I
the
see.
There's like 2 seconds of Zelda.
I
Like
see.
the first beginning.
I didn't
Oh,
see that
man.
it's dangerous. I thought he was throwing the sword at
Oh
Gandalf.
my god! Why do you collect games? Oh my god, go away.
Ganondorf.
That is Ganon.
I'm sorry. I thought he was like
no.
stabbing some poor old man, some cave hermit.
Oh God. Let's just move on to the next one. My head hurts from this already.
Link's like, you must die, old man.
Or to be fair though, we're all losing this, so I guess I can't rag on him too much.
Yeah, we're terrible at this.
All right,
And
so
it's funny because I remember doing the song for the stupid cow. Oh God.
I guess it probably just didn't have a good
So
milking
dumb.
animation. He probably just like leaned over and was like,
what was that
Yeah.
stupid game I gave you money for? What was that Switch game where you like did the milking thing or something?
oh, 1-2 switch.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Make that
That's
motion
funny.
again, Chaz.
Do it again. Oh, OnlyFans it. Oh yeah.
What about me?
All right, let's move on.
What was that movie? What about me? Can you milk me?
No, meet the parents.
Me? Oh no, wasn't it Fockers or is it the
That was
second
the second
movie?
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on.
What's the next question?
What was
That's
his name?
terrible.
Was it Greg? What about me, Greg?
Mhm.
Can you milk me?
That's
All right.
terrible.
So NPCs, let's see. There's an enemy in The Legend of Zelda that can be beaten by yelling at it. Tingle is one of the most popular Zelda characters of all time. Link is an orphan.
I'm gonna say.
I think the third one is a myth.
I'm gonna go middle. Because I think Link is probably a popular character, but I don't think most people know.
See, the middle ones, I feel like it's bait because who defines what's most popular? Like Tingle is definitely popular. I mean, a
Well,
lot
I
of
know
people
who
about
Tingle is, and I'm
There's an entire game for Tingle.
ChazmaN. I know who Tingle is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's popular enough to say it's one of the most. Like, most people can probably guess Tingle. Well, not most, but a lot of people can guess Tingle as a character. A lot of them are not going to guess Beetle. So I think he's more popular in that regard.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
say
like-
the first one.
I'm going with. Here's the catch. Like, I can't tell you for like all games if this is true. Like, Link is an orphan. Like, I'm trying to think if that's true across all games or if there's exceptions to that.
Well,
I'm going
for
to-
Ocarina he was.
But does this mean? But this just says straight up, Link is an orphan. That would mean in every game he's always an orphan.
He never had parents.
That we know of,
There
maybe?
was no parents. I mean,
Wait,
every
was-
game you've ever played on,
wait,
it was
is-
either an uncle.
Is Link more? Is he immaculately conceived? Like, does he have?
I can't think of any.
He's the Jesus.
He's
of the
Jesus. He's Jesus.
Well, okay, so in Wind Waker, he was with his grand or something, right?
World. That's grandmother. That's not a parent.
I'm telling you, he's.
I have never seen parents. I'm gonna
You throw a beard on Link.
I'm going with the first one.
I'm trying to think of someone you can beat by yelling at it. You know, I'm going to stick with the third one just so I can be.
Is Link immaculately conceived? I don't know what. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of a situation where he was yelling thing and it died. I don't think
Alright.
any of the powers he had anything like that.
In
That's
any
why I'm
games, can Link gain a power to walk on water?
Let's go. Let's see.
Oh, when you fight yourself, you pretty much fight on water. So
Hmm.
yes,
It's all.
if you played
That's an
Ocarina, of Time,
illusion.
It's all coming
you-
together now.
it's the water. If you play
Alright.
Ocarina of Time, buddy, you can be able to know what the hell we're talking about.
I'm picking 3.
I picked middle just because I don't know.
One of us has got to get it.
All right, it's probably going to be metal.
So what did Metal pick? The third one?
I picked the first one.
Oh, so we all chose different ones. Okay.
Yep, somebody's getting a point.
Someone's getting something.
Truth. There is an enemy that can yell at.
So metal's already wrong.
Famicom.
Yeah, but
so that's OG.
we don't have a Famicom. Get out of here. That's stupid.
Oh
You know
yeah.
to defeat Pole's voices? I had no idea that was a thing.
That wasn't even a thing. Get out of here, man. That
All
that
right.
doesn't even count. Screw that.
All
I
right, what's
completely.
next?
Oh no.
Oh! Jingle is the most.
Jingle is one of the most
Like
popular.
Tingle had his own game.
He had his own game. What?
Yeah, that's what I was telling
I
you.
absolutely love Jingle in Japan.
Well,
Link does have parents. Bam.
Lion Link does have. Oh, he's not immaculately
His
conceived.
mother gave him to the Deku tree. So he just had
Gross.
terrible parents, but he had parents.
Mother gave him to the Deku tree, who then raised him. That's why he's dressed like a Kokiri. So he's Link isn't.
But I'm sure that wasn't what you thought, though.
No, it's not. But I'll take it. I'll take that point.
Whatever.
This is what we get for doing a trivia thing from crack.com. So
Man, this is terrible. Never do this again.
It's a bit of a reach.
Okay, so I forgot to add your.
I would have rather done the tier list. I think the tier list would have been more fun.
Oh, we got a couple other trivia games after this. Maybe we can redeem it.
Okay, so we're moving on to hacks. You can't beat the Running Man. Isn't that an Arnold movie?
What?
Yes. You can collect the Triforce as an item in Ocarina of Time. You can play the second quest in The Legend of Zelda without beating the game first.
It's got to be the middle one's the myth. I know you can't get the whole Triforce as an item. Not as an item.
You can play the second quest.
Wait, can you put it up on the side?
Oh, shoot,
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Nerd.
You don't collect the Triforce as an item in Ocarina.
Because I think.
Oh no, that's a myth. I second that. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. Like I was one of those goofballs who decided to go by rumors.
I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say
it's the second one.
It's the second one, hands down.
You can't beat.
Of course
the
you can.
Man.
That's a part of the getting like you get something from him.
It says he is programmed to beat you by 1 second every time. People have hacked the game to run a course in seconds. The source code simply contains no winning outcome for Link.
Bullshit. Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Lie. You cannot collect the Triforce as an item in Ocarina of Time. Interesting. Let's see if am I right? Am I right? I'm kidding. Nope. It's hard. We already know. Says you can play the second quest in Legend of Zelda without beating the game first. If you name your game file Zelda, you can start out famed second quest. Oh.
Yeah. That's an old thing.
Interesting. Okay, so let's see.
Yay, I finally got something. Yay, we're leaving Chaz behind. Bye.
Go figure
I don't want to have the same number
the Zelda noob is at 0.
I just don't like any of these questions.
Well,
this one's a little broad.
Maybe this one would be more interesting.
You gave us our points, right, Chaz?
You better give me my point, jerk.
Yeah, let me go back. Yeah, see? 0, 1, 2.
Yeah. Alright, so which one are we doing now?
I'm just moving on to the next one. I have it just says links between worlds. Ooh. Can you match these links?
Oh, is this the one where you match the link
it's
from the game?
Match, yeah. Do I do this
so
last?
I think they show you an image. No, we can do this one. So they show you an image, and you have to guess which game it applies to.
Oof, this I'm not gonna...
Can you, put it up on the screen?
Oh.
Jerk. He wants me to lose.
Okay. Alright, so let's see. Question 1 of 20. Oh, I know this one. Okay. So...
that's Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening.
Yeah, Link's Awakening for the Switch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's easy. Should I give us... I guess I should give us points. That's going to be a lot of points.
Yeah, just keep adding the points up.
Okay. Let's see. Which...
You gotta select the answer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, what
I pressed the wrong one.
What a goofball.
I just saw
Jazz does not get the point.
I just clicked on the first Link's Awakening. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does. You suck.
How do I move on?
We get extra points. Nothing for Chaz.
Yes.
How do I move on?
I concur.
You scroll down now. It unlocks it.
Oh,
I see.
That's an easy one.
Okay. Well, this one's easy.
There's
too.
21 of these questions? Jeez.
Jesus.
Which, this one's easy. This is Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
Okay, now there's only one Breath of the Wild here.
Don't click that. That's
Twilight.
This one's Twilight. Yeah, it's easy. Alright, so hold on. Let me add...
this is the first
That
game.
one is the first one, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Yeah, I would say, for me, I would say 1 or 2. Oh, of course, they only put the old ones.
That's the first one, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
See, obviously, we were just talking about that. That's Four Swords.
Four Sword Adventure.
Yeah, that's the 3DS
Man,
one.
that game was so much fun. I love Four Swords.
See, this one's not fun because we all...
That was one of the first things. When I first met you, Metal, you were playing that in your lab with a couple other other people's. I'm like, oh, he's a nerd just like me.
Oh man, that was so much fun.
I knew we were meant to be after that moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
which is this
Ocarina.
from? This
Ocarina.
is I
Ocarina.
would say Ocarina.
What were you gonna say?
Or Majora.
No,
I
you
think
were-
Chaz is just taking all of our answers.
Well,
I
these
know.
are easy.
Here's what we should do. Oh, I was gonna say, how do we make this where we're not like giving him all the
That's
answers?
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just like
Oh.
Oh, why don't you? Okay,
you want
type
me to
your
go
answer
first?
in the. Well,
Well,
yeah.
just let me
Okay, you
just
go first.
All right. So, do I get to look at the options, or do I have to go
Yeah,
off
you
of
look
just
at the
the image?
options.
Oh, okay.
I look at the options.
So
No,
for
let him go first.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this is Skyward. To me, that artwork
It's
looks
Skyward.
very Skywardy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that one's easy too.
Oh, we'll scroll down.
You sure about that?
Well, I'm adding the points. Here we go. All right.
It's single.
It's Tingle. That's easy. That's Wind Waker. Oh wait, but is that GameCube or HD?
Oh man.
Uh,
All right, so you already chose Wind Waker, right?
well, it's but it gives you two. It says Wind Waker, Wii U, or GameCube.
Okay. It's not Wind Waker.
No.
That's not Wind Waker.
Nope.
Oh, interesting.
You want to tell him?
Which one is it?
I could be wrong here. I think this was Spirit Tracks.
I think
could
it
be
is.
wrong.
I think it is Spirit Tracks. I have the game. I haven't played it.
So you guys took another one on me.
Wow.
Wow.
Ooh. This two?
Oh,
I
what,
think
what
this
are the
is-
options in this one? Oh, I'm sorry. We need to let him pick.
No.
I would say I would have thought two. It's not
How would
Ocarina.
you know? You never played the first one.
It wouldn't be Link's Away. I would say Zelda 2.
I would guess Zelda 2. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I think it's 2. Metal, you got a better guess?
I'm gonna say 2 as well, just because of the drawing
Oh,
style.
we didn't
It
get
was
that
Link's
one.
Awakening.
Oh,
That was my second guess.
Wow.
Okay.
I wouldn't have
Okay.
guessed Link's Awakening. This is Majora, definitely. Because Majora has like a lot of the shadow shading, I think. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
Majora.
Definitely Majora.
Okay. Alright, so there's another one we all got.
Okay.
Okay, I know this one now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at it. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
How
Which
did I
Zelda
mess that
game is
one up?
this Link from?
Yeah.
Look at his big nose.
GameCube? No, it's not Link's Awakening.
Well, excuse me, princess.
I was gonna say this looks very CDI Zelda.
It's not.
That's not an option.
Man,
What would you pick?
maybe
it.
the first one. I think it's got to
It's
be
2.
1 or 2. It's 2. Oh,
Well, you already picked one.
so all right,
It's
you guys
definitely
got
2.
that one. Phoenix Gamer. Okay,
Oh boy.
so this
Alright,
is
what you got,
definitely.
Jazz?
Oh
I'm-
yeah. I know.
It's definitely Phantom or Minish. I would say Phantom. I think it's Phantom.
It's Phantom.
Phantom?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Which Zelda game
Excuse
is
me.
this from? Triforce, Wind Waker, Between Worlds, Minish Cap. This one doesn't look familiar at all. I would say maybe Minish.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. It's Minish?
Minish.
It is
Okay.
Minish Cap. Yeah. I mean, it's on his head, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh.
Yeah. It's the annoying ass bird.
Is that a real
Like-
bird or is that a made up creature for Zelda?
Play the game and
Everything's
find
made
out.
up.
Play the game and find out.
Which Zelda? So this is the same thing. This is 1 or 2. Or no. That
I
could
like how they changed the shield.
that could be
Yeah.
Link to the Past. I'll say Link to the Past.
Ooh. Oh, this one's kind of tricky for me. It doesn't look a Link to the Past to me, like the art style.
Because he looks better
It's
drawn
definitely not.
here. He looks better drawn than 2.
But it still gives that old style of like
Yeah.
the first one.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I would-
Link to the Past.
I'm gonna say.
Oh.
I'm gonna say. Man,
I'm gonna say
I don't
Link.
remember. What?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember that being a Link Between Worlds.
I don't know. It's
I'm
not
gonna.
Link Between Worlds.
It doesn't look crappily drawn. That's why I'm like,
It's
it
either
can't
the
be
first
one.
game or it's Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a stab at Link's Awakening because he didn't have the cross in the first.
I'm gonna pick the first one, only because Link's. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. 'Cause
All
the last
three of
Link's
us-
Awakening we saw, he was straight up blonde, like yellow blonde.
All three of us are
And
saying
this
different
art-
ones.
Oh, that's true too.
I'm gonna go with the first one. I could be wrong here.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Link to the Past. Screw it.
So,
Just because. I could be completely wrong.
Phoenix is wrong.
yeah.
It
All
just-
right, then I'm
man,
right.
Didn't look like it to me. All right,
You know what
either
it
way.
is? You do get a blue shield in a Link to the Past.
So this one. So is this Ocarina?
Ooh, I know that one already.
This has
Oh,
to be
I don't
one
know.
of. I think it's one of the
All right,
oracles.
this is. I'm gonna say I'm not from the top.
I'm gonna
of my head,
say-
I'm
Let,
gonna
let
say
him guess first. Let
Okay.
Chaz guess.
It's either ages or seasons. What color is that thing? It's red and blue. No, that's not good.
I already know what it is.
I'm gonna go seasons.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ages, so it can be different.
I'm gonna go ages because I think seasons use.
Hmm. No.
Yeah, I knew it. Because I remember you needed the harp to get to the other side or whatever it was, and then the rod was to change the seasons around. You have to you got to
Mhm.
keep doing this in order to get the right season.
Okay, so this is
That's what it is.
obviously Ocarina.
Yeah, 3.
Oh,
Oh.
it could be Link's crossbow.
No, it's.
Oh, no, it could
Ocarina
be
of Time.
Twilight.
Well, I think. Oh, you
I think
pick.
it's Ocarina, definitely. I mean,
It's Ocarina.
It's Ocarina.
okay. All right, so 1,
Okay, I know this
2,
one.
3.
Yeah. Funny enough, I never played that one.
They had this game at Five Below.
Oh yeah, I
this
would've
one
bought
I
it.
don't.
I bought like 3 copies of it.
Yeah, I would totally play it.
Link to the Past, Four Swords Adventure. I would say, Triforce Heroes maybe. There's 3 people.
That's your final guess.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3. Link Between Worlds. I would say Minish Cap. Final answer.
I'm gonna say it's the Link. I'm gonna say Link Between Worlds just because the shield is different.
But that is not the Link Between Worlds art style at all.
But then yet, no, you're right.
I'm gonna
right.
say
Wind Waker, Wind Waker, because that shield is in the Wind Waker.
I'm Wind
Yeah, you
Waker.
don't want to. Yeah, I'm taking back my answer. Yeah, Wind Waker
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, I'm wrong on
It's
that
a little.
one.
It's a differently
Yeah,
drawn, but
it's a different art style.
okay. We know this one now.
Yeah, because I gave you guys the answer last time.
Yep. Thanks.
Oh, so this
You're
one,
welcome.
this one's seasons. then?
That's seasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would have. That's what I would have guessed, anyways. The opposite one.
You haven't played it and you own it? Like you own Ages and you haven't played it yet?
Nope.
To be
Dude,
fair,
dude,
I
I-
own it. I haven't played it either.
Man, that's such a fun game.
Oh, there we go.
I
That's
just never play handheld games anymore. I never am in a good spot to play them.
So this is. I'm
We
gonna
all know this
say
one.
GameCube Wind Waker.
No, this is
Nope.
Wind Waker HD.
How do you tell?
Yep. Because of the shininess of it.
Yeah, look at the
It's
shading.
very, 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 very bright. Wind Waker didn't look like that. I mean, for GameCube.
That's dumb.
You're dumb.
Oh, this one.
Which Zelda
Oh,
game
one
is
of the
this?
few
from?
mobile
That's-
ones
that-
I have played.
A Link to the Past, Link's Crossbow, Oracle of Ages. I would say Link to the Past.
Nope, Link Between Worlds.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
I love that game.
That was a fun game.
It's so good. I played the heck out of that thing.
Dumb. All right, so
We're
right now we're
hyper
at 13 to 20.
Oh, me and Metal are tied.
Yep.
Yay.
All right, we got one more trivia game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tiebreak.
Okay, so how well do you know The Legend of Zelda? Hey, listen.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So I don't want to see anything. So not
I don't see
including
it.
re-releases or remakes, how many mainline Nintendo Legend of Zelda games feature Link in the title?
Ooh.
So it just means any game
Not
that has
including
Link
re-releases or remakes.
feature Link in the title. So there would be 1.
I think
2, Oh, not including
Okay, no.
releases or remakes.
You said mainline, right?
Yes.
We'll let Chaz go first.
So, right off the top of the head, I can think of Link's Awakening, The Adventures of Link, Link's Crossbow Training, a Link
Probably
to
shouldn't
the...
be
A Link...
listing them out. That's going to help us too much.
Oh, well, I figured you guys would get all these, so I linked... So, I can only think of 4.
Okay, so is that your final answer?
Yes.
I think 5.
That's how much I'm thinking too. I'm thinking 5 as well.
I just don't know which one
Trying to
I would be
think,
missing.
I can think of 5 for sure. 6th one I don't know. So I'm sticking 5.
I would say 4, because I can't even think of what else.
All right, well go ahead. I mean,
Quest
Metal,
for
you're going.
Gamelot.
All right, go ahead and
okay.
press 1.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna say 5.
Yeah, I
Can't
was
think of
right.
the 6th one.
What?
There's only 4.
Maybe
Hold on.
maybe Link's crossbow training isn't mainline.
Oh, see,
Link's...
he messed me up. I was thinking 4, then he said Link's crossbow.
It
And I
has
was like,
Link in
yeah.
it. That's why I was assuming.
No,
I guess
but
it's
that's
not a
but
main
it's not
line.
mainline.
Oh. So we got
yeah, 'cause you have a
Link to the
you have
Past.
Link's
I
Adventures
forgot
of
about
Link,
A Link Between Worlds.
Link to the Past, Link Between
Link
Worlds.
Between Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I should have listened to him in the first place.
Take that, George Washington.
Oh, stupid Link's crossbow training. Dumb.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not mainline.
Alright, so Chaz gets a point. We don't. What kind of
That's
world do
okay.
we live in?
It's alright. We're still like way ahead of him.
Okay, so it says next up,
Everyone wins if Chaz loses. End of story.
the Philips CDI hosted 3 poorly received non-Nintendo Zelda games. Which of the following was not a Philips CDI title? So I know, Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamelon are definitely 2.
I think
I would say Link's Adventure is my guess. I definitely know Wand of Gamelon and Faces of Evil are CDI games.
I think it's Link's Adventure too.
I think it's Link's Adventure.
It could be Zelda's Adventure. I think it's Link's Adventure. I might be wrong on this one. It's not the first 2.
It's definitely not the first 2.
No. The first 2 are definitely they're there, but that's not.
But the reason I don't think it's the Link's Adventure is because it's almost the same as the Adventures of Link, which was 2. So something about that feels like they're just trying to throw you
Just
off.
the second one.
Yeah, I feel like Zelda's Adventure might have been a thing, but I could be wrong. I'm sticking with Link's Adventure.
But it says here.
It says which one is not a CDI title.
Yeah, but it's also a non-Zelda game. I mean, non-Nintendo.
Nintendo Zelda game. None of these were.
So.
Well, excuse me.
You know what? I'll take my stab at it. Oh yeah, because I don't remember if I ever heard of a Zelda's Adventure, to be honest.
So which one are you going with?
As much as I'm going with Link's Adventure, with like you guys. Because the other two were definitely CDI games. Garbage.
All right.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
You guys cheated. That was the one I chose.
I don't think about that. I already knew the other 2 were not right.
Okay,
Which Zelda game celebrated its 20th anniversary at the end of April 2020? So it came out in 2000.
2000, yeah.
2020.
It's not Link's Awakening. That's before. It's not Ocarina. Well, Majora could be a possibility, and Wind Waker could. I would say.
I feel like I know this.
Oh, gosh, it's close between Wind Waker and Majora. I would say Majora. Because I feel like Wind Waker was like 2002, 2003.
I think Wind Waker.
I'm going to go Majora. Oh, it's close though.
I'm starting to
I'm starting to think Wind Waker now because I'm trying to get the time frames.
Well, you already said Majora's.
I wasn't working at the college anymore, so that's why I'm like.
I think it's Wind Waker now that I'm thinking on it.
I was working at the college on Majora's Mask when they did the remake. When Ocarina of Time they did the remake.
I'll stick with Majora. Sheesh.
I'm gonna go with Wind Waker.
Okay, so you guys are saying Wind Waker. Oh, I was right. Oh,
really? Is that right?
nice.
That's one again.
Hee.
I wonder.
I was not sure.
Really?
I was not positive about that, but
I mean, I guess it makes sense because didn't Ocarina come out like 98?
that's what I was thinking was like 98.
And the Majora would have came out like
a
within
year
a
or two
year.
later. Yeah, that's the only reason why I thought Majora's because to me the time frame. I thought Wind Waker was
They
like
were all close.
2002, 2003. I don't know.
Oh, good job, Chaz.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ocarina of Time features 7 sages. What is the name of this strapping fellow?
Ooh, I know his name already.
I have no idea.
I know. I'm good. I played the heck out of that game horribly.
I'm gonna say Goruto. That sounds fine.
I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. Isn't it Darunia?
I say
No.
Darunia.
It's not Darunia.
It's Darunia. It's Darunia.
Oh, dang it.
Yep. Oh, I know that one.
What was the main part? Oh, yeah.
What is the main part of a Goron's diet? Isn't it rocks?
No,
rock.
Chaz. It's obviously rubies.
Yeah.
Chaz.
Oh, that one's easy. Even I know that.
Oh, I know this one.
Chronologically, according to the in-game universe, which is the first part in the series? Is it Adventures of Link, Skyward Sword, Ocarina, or Zelda?
You pick first.
Go ahead.
I feel like I know.
Go ahead, Chaz.
I feel like I know this. Isn't it Ocarina?
Skyward.
It's definitely Skyward.
Skyward.
No, you should stay with Ocarina. You're right.
Oh,
I
he already
meant
did.
to say Wind Waker or Skyward Sword.
You went wrong with that too.
Jesus.
I know I mentioned this before. I really like or I hope this theory is correct, that Tears of the Kingdom is what puts the entire timeline in a loop. Like, is what comes after Breath of the Wild, which is at the end, and then loops it back into Skyward Sword.
Well,
But I
they've
think that's a
already
very
released
Zelda
like
thing to do.
a timeline where you can see it's like the newest.
Yeah, it's in that book that they just showed you.
Yeah. Is it? Is it? Oh.
Yeah, if you scroll up, it's in the Hyrule Historia.
What? Right in here?
Yeah, it's in that book.
Is that a modern book?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can buy it at GameStop.
No, it's an ancient book.
Ancient, it's
they dug it out of the Hyrulean mines.
It's a tome. It's a Zelda tome. All right. Okay. So did I add the points? I think I just did. Okay. I don't even remember. Oh, get out of here! I don't want the image.
Of course you do.
Oh my gosh! What just happened?
Your life is over.
No. All right. So okay, I just need to redo these. Now it won't let me click on anything. Don't care. Click on something.
That's funny.
I accidentally clicked on an image and for some reason it opened.
Sucked into those ads. Like, you're still getting them all wrong.
Alright, so Navi accompanied Link on his adventure to Ocarina of Time, but what's the name of his fairy companion in Majora's Mask? It's not Navi?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I know this one.
Yeah.
I'm good with it now.
This one could be tricky though, because you know.
I'm pretty positive on this one.
Well, yeah, but like I can understand how someone might mix it up.
Yeah, easily.
I'm gonna say Tittle.
It.
Nice.
It's Tattle.
It is Tattle.
Oh, Diddle.
Well, wasn't like the other fairy? Was it Tail? Yeah, it was Tail.
Yeah.
You meet my fairy Tit.
Which of the following games has the lovable Tingle not appeared in? Minish Cap.
Oh. Oh, okay, you go first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Twilight. I have no
I'm
idea.
pretty sure it is Twilight.
Yeah, it is Twilight.
I feel like
Season
Twilight's
for,
more of a serious
yeah,
game,
finish.
and there wouldn't be as crazy weird stuff.
And he's
Man, I would have really
definitely
liked to see him in Twilight. That would have very much changed the mood.
Because that's a more serious game, right? It's like considered one of
Yeah.
the more like adult Zelda games or whatever. Alright, so there's another one.
What you got, Chaz?
What is the name of Link's talking boat in The Wind Waker? I'm pretty sure it's King of Red
His
Lions.
name's Tit, right?
Yep, it's Tittle. I think it's King of Red Lions. I'm pretty sure. I'm like
Yeah.
99% sure.
No, man, it's the King of Waves.
Okay, what is the... is it
His last name's Tit. Ganondorf's Tit.
You're going to remember that forever now.
It's too late. I am.
Every time you hear tattle. What is the antagonist Ganondorf's last name?
This is a tough one.
This one I do not know for sure.
I'm going to say one. Aganim.
Oh, man.
This is a
I
tough
don't...
one.
I'm in between the second and the fourth one.
That's a tough one.
I'm going to say Aganim because it sounds cool.
I'm gonna say Dragmire, but I'm not confident in that. I feel like Drag is in there, which is why I want to say like Man Drag, but I'm gonna say Dragmire. I'm probably wrong.
Man, that's a tough one.
I don't think it's Grimoire. That didn't feel right.
No, that doesn't seem right. I mean,
Ganondorf Aghanim?
I could see that working since that one was being used, the Link to the Past, as the wizard. So, I'm gonna go with Chaz on that one.
No.
I could be wrong though.
I'm sticking with Dragmire.
I mean, you could be right.
No.
Oh, I got it. I was not
Hey.
expecting that.
Wow.
Right, Aghanim is the name of the wizard from
Yeah,
A Link to
you're
the
right.
Past. Mandrag Ganon is the name mentioned in English manual. That's interesting.
So Phoenix
Yeah, I don't
takes
think
the
any of us would have. I don't think any of us would have really gotten that.
Phoenix takes the
like,
lead.
I'm surprised.
Oh, well, that was it. You just won on that.
Pure luck. Yeah, pure
That
luck.
was the last question.
That was a lot.
Nice.
I really didn't think I was going to win that. I'm pretty sure, Metal, you played more games than I have. I played mostly the mainline ones, and most of the handheld ones I haven't touched.
I played a lot of them. I like the handheld ones. I'm a huge fan of the handheld like top-down ones.
Yeah.
But that last one, I don't know. The other one, it would have made sense because he, as the wizard, But oh well, that's cool. Hey, congratulations!
All right, everyone. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. Getting to see me be terrible at Zelda trivia. Hopefully,
We should watch
At
you
least
play
we all
another
beat
game.
Chaz.
I need to go watch my Skyward Sword playthrough.
Oh.
Everyone wins if Chaz loses.
But yeah, that means once again, next episode. That means we would all be 3 or 4 days into playing a new Zelda game. I don't know if we'll be.
My celebratory.
I don't know if we'll be deep enough in to give. I mean, maybe we can give some early opinions
Your
on,
hat is off.
I'm working on it. Hold on, where's my hat?
depending on how much everyone gets to
There
play.
we go. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing it because Friday.
I'm gonna drive.
You're driving when it comes out?
I should be home.
Oh, okay.
That's next week, so yeah, I should be home by then. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. So what else do we got going on? I know we have Zelda. I'm probably gonna keep playing Marvel Snap and Last of Us Part 2. We'll see if I can knock that out before then. I know we have a Guardians movie. Does that come out this weekend, or is that next weekend?
I don't remember. Yeah, I can check real quick.
I know that's something I would definitely want to talk about, seeing as how it's the last one.
May 5th, yeah, Friday.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can see it this week.
We can wait. We can
Might
wait.
we'll see it. Well, I'll see if we can see it before our next podcast. We got a couple of weeks.
We can do a solo episode. Just talk about it after we watch it or whatever.
Either way. Well, there's some big things coming out. I mean, that'll be a fun thing to talk about. Zelda, though, is going to be the big
Zelda.
one, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that when we record next, the game will only have been out for like 3 days. So, I mean, maybe we can do like early thoughts, very early.
Yeah, good initial reactions.
I'm not going to be done with the game by any means after 3 or 4 days.
I will.
No.
I'm not going to sleep.
Just
for
give
like
up all
48
your
hours.
adulty duties. Become a hermit for a weekend.
I wish. Yeah, fun times, exciting times.
Yay.
All right. Well, I don't know. Down in the comments, guys, let us know anything else you'd like for us to talk about or cover for next episode. Love to hear anything else you guys might have for us. I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to say before we head on out for this week?
No, that was it. That was fun. I'm the Zelda champion. Don't you forget it.
Hooray.
For now, once I go through all the games, I'll have all the knowledge.
All right, so about 15 years, we'll repeat this process.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's it. Yeah, once again, we love you guys. We can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Nighty night, everyone. Adios.